Greetings of the day and welcome to another class at the ESL Club. Well, what we have been doing so far is we've been learning about the language, we've been learning about sounds, we've been learning about how exactly words are pronounced. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how do we answer basic questions. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to learn about A, B, Q. Okay, now what is ABQ? ABQ is nothing but answering basic questions. Okay, now why am I teaching you this is because there are some kids who are very small and they've just started their journey of learning to speak English, and some of them get demotivated very soon. Oh Dada, English is too tough, I can't learn English, and they want to give up. Okay, but what I'm going to do is today is I'm going to give you a small little boost to help you start speaking English. Okay, so it's a little bit of rote learning, that means you have to just remember a little bit, but it will help you to answer people whenever they ask you certain questions. And today I'm going to cover 10 of those questions. Okay, these are some of the questions that people will generally ask you when they meet you for the first time. Okay, so I'm going to cover those questions with you today. Are you ready to learn those questions? Right, so are we ready to begin now? We're going to start with 5 first, and then we will do 5 in the next part of this video. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. Now all these questions, remember, are those questions that actually are a part of your self-introduction, but there are some circumstances in which you may not be able to introduce yourself formally to people. Okay, and that is when people will start asking you questions to start a conversation with you. Okay, they want to speak to you, and that's why they start asking you these questions. Okay, so we're going to start with answering all these questions, but we will start with 5 first and then we'll move to the next 5. The first question that you have on the board here is, what is your name? If you see, you will surely understand that it is basic. These questions, if you look at them and as we go through them, you will understand that but these questions are just a little bit about yourself, which you should ideally already speak about in your self introduction, but because you don't have a chance to introduce yourself, you are made to answer these questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is your name? Now all of you know how to answer this question. I'm not going to get into the details of it. It's pretty simple. You just have to say, my name is, and there's a blank here. The blank is where you need to put your name. Okay, so you just say, my name is, but like for example, my name is Elton, so I'll say my name is Elton. Or another option of this answer is you can just say I'm is a combination of I and am. It's called a contraction combination. Okay, when you join I plus am, you get I'm. Okay, so I'm Elton. Okay, so if someone asks me, what is your name? I'll say, I'm Elton. Okay, so that's how you answer this question. The next question is, how old are you? Now this is where many children, because they are just learning the language, they make a mistake for how are you. We generally ask each other, right? How are you doing? How are you doing? So because they don't remember words that much, they try to mix up that question with this question. I remember asking some students in school, especially in the first standard, and then I'll ask them, how are you doing today? So they'll say, I am 7 years old. So they get a little bit confused because the wordings of these both questions are somewhat similar. Okay, so here what the person is trying to do is they're trying to ask you, how old are you means what's your age. Okay, how many years have you been since you were born. Okay, so that's what they want to know by asking you this question. So you have to answer by saying, I am dash years old. Okay, now this blank is where you have to put your age. Okay, so for me it's 34. For you it would be 6, 7, 8, depending on what grade you are in. Okay, or what standard you are in. So you have to write it as, I am dash years old, or you just say I'm 7 or 8 or 38 or whatever is your age. You just say I'm 37 or I'm 32 or I'm 7 or I'm 8. Okay, that's how you answer this question. Please don't confuse both the questions. The third question is, which school do you go to? Okay. Now, whenever someone asks you which school do you study in, they would probably ask you in different options. There are different options in which they can ask you this question. But all these questions have the same answer, which is here. Okay. So don't get worried if they change the question a bit. The moment you hear school and which, the word which, school, when you hear these two words, you understand that the answer is this. Okay. So which school are you studying in? So then you just say, I'm studying at blank. Blank means the name of your school. You could be belonging to any school. Okay. So you have to put in there, in that blank, the name of your school. Okay. So you just say, I'm studying at BCBPS or Believers Church Vijayagiri Public School. That's how you would answer this question. Okay. The next question is, which class are you in? Now I remember asking this to a boy who just came from the kindergarten to the first grade, the first standard, and I asked him, which class are you in? So he said, sir, when you go from here, you take a left and you open the door there, that's my class. Okay, but what I wanted to know was, in which standard is he studying in? Okay, or which division does he belong to? When people are asking you, they generally don't want to know your division, they just want to know in which standard you are in. Okay, so you just say, I'm in the first standard, or I'm in the second standard, or I'm in the third standard, and I'm in the first grade, second grade, or third grade. Okay, now people abroad, they don't have standards, they don't use standard as a word, but they use grade. Okay, so if I use grade here, don't be confused with the grade that you have. You have a grading system here, which is A plus and all of that. That is not that what we are referring to here. It's not that what we are talking about. We're talking about grade as in the standard. Okay, so I'm in the first grade, I'm in the second grade, I'm in the third grade. Third grade means third standard, second grade means second standard, first grade means first standard. Okay, so if you don't want to get confused with this part, you can just answer by using this part. Okay, which is, I'm in the first standard, or I'm in the second standard, or I'm in the third standard. Okay, if you're comfortable, then you can use that part of the answer as well. So moving on to the next question. The next question is, where do you live? Now when I asked this particular question to one girl, she gave me a full house address, including door number and also the ward number. You have wards here, right, in Kerala, and she gave me the door number, the ward number, she gave me her house name, she gave me the colony address, the whole address she gave it to me. Okay, but here what I was intending was, I was not intending to ask her her full address or her complete address. What I wanted to know was just which locality does she belong to. Okay, so when you speak about where do you live, you don't have to give them a very pinpoint location to where do you live, but just an approximate idea. Okay, just an idea that you live in this place. Okay, for example, you can say, I live in Chalakudi, or you can take a name of a place in Chalakudi, like Poya. I think Poya is the place in Chalakudi, so you can say, I live at Poya, Chalakudi, or I live in I live in Valakunnu, Irinjalakuda. Okay, so depending on the place, you just have to mention the exact location, like not your door number and ward number, but the location where you stay, and also the kind of town that you live in. Okay, could be Irinjalakuda, it could be Chalakudi, it could be Angamali, it could be Ernakulam, it could be any place. Okay, but Ernakulam is a big district, so you'll have to give them a small pinpoint there as to which locality do you live in. Okay, so that's what they want to know. They only want to know your locality, not your full address. Okay, so you can just say, I live in dash. For many of you who live close to the school, that area is, I think, Ashtamichira, so you can say, I live in Ashtamichira. Okay, so these are the first 5 questions. If you look at them, they are pretty simple questions, but these are questions that people would generally ask small little children, and many kids, they shy away because they don't know how to answer these questions. Okay, but I want you kids to actually go through these questions, just look at it, read it a couple of times. Okay, do a little bit of role play, ask your parents to ask you these questions and you answer these questions. Okay, and then you also ask these questions and see what answers you get from them. Okay, so alright, so we already finished with 5 questions and we have the next 5 questions here. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin with the next question. The next question is, what do you like to do in your free time? Okay, now with this question they basically want to know what are your hobbies. Okay, what do you like to do whenever you have spare time, especially now that kids are at home. They are at home because of lockdown, and they have to be at home because they do not want to catch the flu. Okay, so what do you generally do during this time? How do you spend your time? What creative things do you take upon? Okay, or what creative things are you doing, or what is it that you like to do, is what they want to know. Okay, so if you have some hobbies in particular, like playing football, playing cricket, listening to music, reading books, maybe playing computer games, your hobbies could be anything. Fishing, it could be trekking, it could be traveling, it could be cooking food. Okay, so whatever is your hobby, you first have to list it down on a piece of paper, and then you just reply to them by saying I like to, and then followed by your list. Okay, but whenever you're listing it down, remember, when you reach the last item, you have to use and the last item. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to answer. For example, if you have three things, like you have playing football, you have playing cricket, and then you also have the last item, which is listening to music. So you will say I like to play football, play cricket, and listen to music. Okay, because that's the end of your list. So just before the last item, you have to use the word and. Okay, so that's the only thing you need to remember. And I'm sure you all are very creative kids and you like to do a lot of other things apart from studies, so you would have a big list with you. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. That's what would you like to be when you grow up? Now kids are very innocent, and it so happened that once I asked a child, it was my mistake because I did not frame the question accurately. I asked him, what would you like to do instead of be? Okay, when you grow up, what would you like to do when you grow up? So you know what was his answer? He said that, so when I grow up, I would like to get married. I would like to have 3 children. Okay, imagine that, such a small boy so innocently gave me this answer. Okay, that was because I replaced just one little word here in this question. I just said do instead of be. Okay, now when I am asking him this question, what would you like to be when you grow up, my intention is, I want to know what is his ambition. Like some of you would like to become, you already have thought in your mind right now, like when I grow up I'll be a police officer, or when I grow up I'll be a chartered accountant, or when I grow up I'll be an engineer, or when I grow up I would like to become a doctor. Okay, so probably have some idea what you want to become right now. If you don't have, no problem, you just say I haven't thought about it. Okay, so what will you say if you don't know? You say I haven't really thought about it. Okay, I really haven't thought about it, is what you will say. But if you kind of have an idea what you want to do when you grow up, you just say I would like to become a or an, okay, doctor. Now you know when to use a and an, right? If the following word starts with a vowel letter, you use an. If it's a non-vowel letter, consonant letter, then you use a. Okay, so if you're saying I want to be an engineer, then you have to say an engineer. If you're just saying doctor, you say a doctor. Okay, so we're moving on to the next question. Who is your favorite teacher at school? This is something that everyone generally asks their kids when they're asking them questions related to the school. Okay, so you need to answer like this. You say my favorite teacher is dash, the name of that teacher. Okay, you can also tell them what subject she teaches you, and then after that you can say because he or she is dash. Why do you love your teacher? Why do you love that teacher more than the others? Okay, there could be different reasons. There could be because that teacher is very loving, or maybe that teacher teaches you very well, or maybe that teacher takes care of the whole class in a very good manner. Okay, so it can be different reasons according to your small little mind. Okay, so you can say my favorite teacher is dash, the name of the teacher, and she teaches me whatever subject, if she's a subject teacher or if she's your class teacher, no problem. And then you say because he or she is loving, caring, supportive, motivating. Okay, whatever you want to add, you can add there. Why do you love her so much? Okay, so we're going to the next question. The next question is, which is your favorite color? I like everybody asking you this question, okay, because as you can see, I'm wearing my favorite color right now, okay, and this is my favorite color. I like the color blue, okay. Now if someone asks you, you will have definitely different colors to say. Some of you would like magenta, some of you would like burgundy, some of you would like different colors, you know, there are different colors. We are, as a small child, we have just learned basic colors, but if you actually go to a paint shop and you take one of their shade cards, they have a shade card, okay, it's like a foldable a big catalog kind of a thing. It's a big list of different colors. You will see so many colors in there, and every color has a name, okay. But in your age group, you currently learning only basic names of colors, okay, but there's a whole wide world of colors that you can learn about, okay. So you can right now you have to just pick up one color, pick one color that you like. So if you like the color yellow, you can say I like the color yellow. If you like red, you can say I like the color red, okay. So we're going to the next question. This is the last question that we're going to cover in this session, and then probably the next time we'll cover more 10 questions, okay. So at least you know how to start off a conversation with someone. So the next question is, what's your favorite cuisine? This word here is cuisine. Now what's a cuisine? Cuisine is type of food belonging to a particular region, okay. Now you all know that we are all Indians, but there are people across different places of the world. They have their own type of food, and all those types of food are called cuisines, okay. And what dish? So what's your favorite cuisine and dish? Okay, now dish here means what particular food item do you like in that cuisine, okay. So you can answer, my favorite dish is chicken tandoori. Whatever is your favorite dish. Some of you like biryani, so you can just say my favorite dish is biryani. And cuisine is, now you need not pick up Indian cuisine here. There are different types of cuisines, okay. There's Indian cuisine, there's Arabian cuisine, there's Lebanese cuisine, there's Thai cuisine, and then you have Spanish cuisine. You have so many options, you know. You have continental cuisine. The French cuisine is called a continental cuisine. So there are different types of cuisines, okay. I hope you have heard about this word before, but generally if you like a biryani or you like a fried rice, then that is Chinese cuisine, okay. But if you like noodles, like the veg noodles or the chicken noodles, they are all coming under the Chinese cuisine, okay. Now the Thai also use noodles, but their way of cooking food is a bit different, okay. So you have to basically pick up one dish that you like to eat a lot. It can be anything. It can be chicken lollipops, it can be KFC chicken, okay. So if you write fried chicken, then probably the cuisine that you would write there is American cuisine, okay. So you have to also say this. Now this question can be very simple. Someone can just ask you, what do you like to eat the most? What do you like to eat the most? Okay, so that's a very simple way of asking this question. But if you answer in this way, the person asking you this question will be blown away, okay. They'll be blown away because of the way you are answering this question, okay. So you just say my favorite dish is veg au gratin, and the cuisine is continental cuisine, or the cuisine is Indian cuisine, okay. So some of you also like, you know, Indian cuisine also divided into North India cuisine and South India cuisine, okay. So depending on what dish you select, you can also select the cuisine, but it doesn't have to be the same. If you want to say that I like to eat chicken lollipop, but you can as a whole like another cuisine, that's another option, okay. So basically I've taught you how to answer these questions. Your answers may differ as per your liking, okay, because we all as human beings are different. We are not the same. We all are unique, okay. Like you look at these 5 fingers of my hand, not all are the same in length, okay. In the same way, all of us are different. We all have different likes, different tastes, different personalities, okay. So I cannot make these answers specifically for you. You have to complete these blanks, and then you have to prepare on a small little TV interview that we will be conducting in the online class, okay. So what we'll be doing is, after you go through these questions and answers, I want you to prepare a little bit, okay? Because I will ask you these questions during the online class, okay? I will pick some students and I will ask them these questions, and then we'll see how they fare at it, okay? So all the best to you kids. Look at this video, try to learn a bit of how to answer these questions, okay? You need not learn like you don't need to by heart, but if you read it 5 or 6 times each question and answer, you will know how to answer it at least, okay? A little bit of a push can be given, but I will help you during the question and answer session, but please don't be completely blank, okay? Please make some effort, because this is for your future, okay? So all the best and see you next time.